Hello everyone, welcome to Baozi Training Leetcode solution. First, I apologize, I haven't been uploaded for the past like 2 months. Being a little bit busy with work, and also so there's some coworkers and friends started sharing, subscribing to my channel, and then there's a kind of other side pressure that you want to post some high quality stuff is sometimes it's just basically I'm just having a little fun on myself by myself. But anyway, so I will start uploading video again, hopefully weekly. So a few quick follow updates is, first of all, as we all know, the lead offers when it first launched, it's actually looking very promising and helping a lot of students for referral. But due to some legal issues, it gets shut down. But don't worry, if you are still Baozi training students, because we know you and we did mock interview on you and we have the feedback. So if you're doing good, rest assured we'll help you refer, and most likely you will get a phone screen. And also another update is, so we started collaborating with BitTiger. I believe you already know. So it's a very solid website. As a strong course. So I strongly encourage everybody to check it out. Well, if you could read Chinese, of course. So all the courses are offered in Chinese. It's kind of like a Coursera, and also help you prepare interview. Very targeted for you to prepare interviews. And I think if you're their students, if you enroll their courses for preparing for interview, you will get our mock interview for free. Basically, you will get 3 rounds of interviews tailored for you. Essentially, top interviewers from all those top companies. But also because we're collaborating with BitTiger, so if you want to, after finishing their course, if you just want to, do our interview, you can just let us know, and we'll give you like $20 off for your entire interview package. Oh, by the way, because of the holiday season, we are right now also doing the referral program. It's like if you can refer a friend, and both you and your friend can get 20% $20 off. And also if you post like share about the training in your WeChat, and also we can give you 20 in your WeChat like friend zone. That's how you translate that. You can basically get $20 off as well. Okay, enough for marketing. Let's go back to the problem. Okay. So today we're going to talk about easy problem. Just help me ramp up a little bit. So this problem is called island perimeters. So essentially, given like a two-list array, and 0 means it's water, and 1 means it's island. So you want to calculate the perimeter of the entire island. So far for this problem, they make it a little bit easy that it doesn't have water. But I think a generic solution should also, if you have a like island, it's called island. Like basically, you have water inside, it will still you will still be able to calculate the total perimeter. So when I first look at this problem, Google, yeah, I think I have friends, also LinkedIn, I think, interviewed this question. So hash table, I'm not too sure. So the way I solve this problem, when I first look at it, I use it a relatively harder method. Okay, let's do this. Oh, because I think some of the viewers give me feedback like nobody wants to uh, like not nobody, but like it's not very efficient for you guys to watch me writing code. Maybe just sharing the thoughts. So I will balance a little bit. Sometimes I'll write codes, but sometimes I'll just focus more on the explanation part. Okay, so let's do this. It'll work. Okay, cool. So for this part, so this is 1. So the reason, as long as I see this, I will just automatically think about either BFS or DFS. Why? Because okay, because this is a very, remember the number of islands problem. So as long as you see 2 and this kind of expanding out, you could either DFS it out or BFS it out. So when I was talking about it, I think what I meant is Okay. You can just use this Baozi Training Leetcode island. This one, number of islands. So here, I think I explained very clearly how to use the template to do DFS to BFS for this type of problem. So very naturally, I just think about, okay, I can do BFS, so I can count the number. As long as I have one island, I will just find all its adjacent island. So once I find one island, which is this square, I will have a length of 4, right? Perimeter of 4. But as long as I have an adjacent one, so that means I have to plus another 4, but I have to minus 2, right? Because you have for example this one, you have counted once, and then the other one you counted once again, so you have to minus 2. So essentially it's just doing a BFS, and then we all know that in that template we all know we need to keep a queue. And then when we do BFS, we just as long as you find one, you plus 4 and then minus 2. So with that said, the code more like looks like this. Oh, by the way, I switched to Python in a way that, because I'm doing a lot of interviews for a lot of candidates, I just feel like overall Python interviewees just have a huge advantage compared to if you're using, for example, C++. Some hardcore guys use C or even Java. Like Java is the most popular one, but still I feel like it's slower, especially if you're interviewing for companies like startups like Airbnb, Snapchat, Uber. So basically we're more like results driven instead of whiteboarding. It doesn't matter, but we want to see like runnable code. So in that case, Python does have a Python, Ruby, those kind of language does have a advantage. Okay, anyway, so is island parameter. So what I did is, so this is nothing fancy. It's just translate the Java template into Python. So some validation part right here, row column. Yeah, why am I doing this? Okay, and then so this is the typical BFS, like when you go up, down, left, and right. So 4 directions. So I have a visited map, visited two-dimensional array, and then I have the parameter. So just doing all of this. So this part we covered it up. So we in the previous one. So we have a queue. So we put the first one into the queue. So here I just defined something, a block. So and then you mark the visit to true, and then as long as the queue is not empty, so you just keep popping up the queue, and then you add a parameter to 4, and then basically for all of its neighbors, right? So you have this function, so whether you should visit or not, it's very clear. And also remember in your interview, even though it's just one algorithm question, it's always good to break it up into smaller functions, just showing, because in production when we write code, nobody writes like 100 lines of function, right? So we break up into smaller functions. So this is basically checking the boundary check, and also check whether we should visit it or not, has been visited or not. If we should visit, we should basically minus 2, because we put it in the queue, and we should minus 2 because that overlap thing I described right here, the overlap thing, right? And that's pretty much about it. And then this will help you get passed by interview if you code it up. That's pretty easy to do. And actually, because this is an easy question, so I'm like, oh, okay, Googled it a little bit, and then a relatively easier solution is just like this, nothing fancy. So what you need to do is just traverse each of the block, right? So for each of this block, you just check, well, if it is boundary, so you have to plus 1. So or else, let's use this as an example. So if you're currently this block, right? So you need to check whether you should count your left, up, right, and down. So you should only count your left if your left part is a water, right? And if you only count this upside, if it is water or if it is a boundary. Same thing for everyone. If you are here, so you have to count the boundary. And if you are bottom part, you have to count the boundary, or else, in this case, like if it is the down part is a water. You get the idea. Okay, so with that in mind, so all you need to do is do a for and a for loop, m times n, time complexity. So and then, oh, the previous one I forgot to mention about the time complexity. Because of this, you can see it's still m times n. We have to go through the entire array once, entire two-dimensional array once, grid once. So here is basically as long as you're a island, so we're basically doing the check left, up, down, and right. I forgot the order I coded up, but essentially just like this. Or check if its neighbor is land or not, is water or not, and also check if it is boundary, and then you return the parameter. This is basically a very easy way to code it up for this easy question. All right, and also like I feel like right now like for I didn't spend too much time in this because of work. So if you guys are actively preparing for all of these interviews, and you have better solutions, feel free to leave me a comment, and I'll definitely address it. Okay, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Good luck on your interview, and happy holidays.